My name is Michelle Shipp. I'm a student in the Master of Humanities program at Tiffin University, and I'd like to welcome you along on this journey as I created my experiential learning project, or my personal mythology. Unwrapping the canvas represented the acceptance of creating my own personal mythology. The unspoiled canvas represents the potential energy that created everything that we know and everything that we don't know. The purity of the white canvas initially invoked fear, since I did not want to make any mistakes with what I was about to create. The pureness of the empty white canvas can never be reclaimed. Black represents everything reflected, the true potential of creative force. Red, yellow, and blue represent the primary colors, or the elements. Those are combined to create everything else. Beginning with these basics, I began to construct the background of my personal mythology. The possible combinations of the elements or colors are endless. The blending of them in a clockwise motion is my interpretation of the unfolding of the cosmos. Every color of everything in the universe came from those original 4 colors or elements. The infinite nature of the spiral creates a boundless array of colors, signifying a background that is fluid and in a state of constant flux. As I carefully painted the black circle in the center of the canvas, my son told me that it looked like a belly button. Perhaps it does represent the navel, the womb from which my mythology is born. Like the Earth Mother, the navel signifies the point to which we all return in death. The black again recalls totality. Out of this one center flows everything. From the navel spills forth an explosion, represented here with a sparkle of glitter. The glitter forms a spiral thread that begins at the navel and continues off the canvas. I feel that this thread connects each of us. The glitter represents the visibility of that thread or human culture. The fear of adulterating the once pure canvas is long gone, but at this stage I must begin to consider how my mythology is an extension off of this common thread. Adding individuality to this canvas, which at this stage represents everything without me, made me nervous. I spent a long time thinking about the mythical or symbolic elements that would best represent my life. So many images came and went, and I had a real hard time narrowing them down. After I had sifted through my memories, symbols and images began to pour forth into my conscious. Ultimately, I decided on 3 of the 4 images which represented stages of my life. At this point, I must project these inner visions outward. I had decided to use samples of infusion panels my husband had brought me home from work. Each of these transparent pieces was designed using different media, and they are representative of the 4 most vivid stages of my personal mythology. The fairy girl is a print cut down to size and glued onto the back of the panel so that her beauty would show through. She is gingerly testing the waters, representing how I naively entered the world. The orange piece is a simple permanent pen drawing of the Nike of Samothrace, or the winged victory from ancient Greece. She is Athena, the archetype I most identify with for her strength and motivation, her knowledge, and her independence. She also represents my formative traditional education about mythology that I received with my undergraduate study. The red piece was done in pen as well, but I added sequin stars and used colored pencil to color the drawing. This panel is of the Egyptian god of the underworld. Osiris is pictured here on his Duat boat, which is the ferry that took people across the Nile to the west, the direction he is facing, or to the land of the dead. This panel represents the part of my life before I was diagnosed with Cushing's disease, a place far worse than death, both physically and mentally. The yellow piece was done with acrylic paint and glitter, and is the blue and yellow Cushing's ribbon. This one represents a rebirth to a new life, a journey I have just begun. I strung each of the plastic stages with clear fishing line and fastened them in place onto the back of the canvas. I added a bit of blue glittery tinsel to each to represent the connection of my personal mythology to the common thread of life. The following image is of the final product, placed where I belong. The Experiential Learning Project was definitely a great project. It really helped me make the connection between myself and how I fit into the cultures and the universe as a whole. I think mythology does a lot to explain what cultures do, what their norms are, what they feel, and how they interpret the world around them. But I think a personal mythology is a great exercise in forcing you to do that as an individual. How do you fit into the world around you? What is your place in this grand scheme of things? I think this project really helped open my eyes to what my personal mythology is actually made out of, and I look forward to moving forward on this common thread of life. Thanks for joining me.
You belong somewhere.